Hi everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video. Brought to you always by Trent Johnson State Farm. TrentIsMyAgent.com. A lot of weather going on. A lot of big changes kind of back and forth. The first big change, of course, right now is the warmth coming in. Feels really nice out there this afternoon. And we've got pretty mild weather right through Christmas and just after Christmas. Then we get the first of two cold shots that come in, but not after. A little rain, a little drizzle, a little fog around Christmas as well. We get the first cold shot, then we get the second cold shot after a brief warm up. May get a little snow with that second cold shot, and there could even be a couple snow showers early next week around here. And then after warmer weather, once again, we see a big shot of Arctic air coming in mid-January, which may follow a decent snowfall for the area. So all that said, look at all this warmth. All these dots indicate record high temperatures. These are either daily record highs from yesterday or, in some cases, all-time record highs for the month of December. Most records going back to the 1880s to about 1900. And it's incredible to be 75 to 80 in Denver this time of year, 65 to 70 in Salt Lake with some trees starting to bud, and even around parts of Wyoming were 70 degrees. We had some 80s in Nebraska. These atmospheric rivers keep coming into the Pacific Northwest and California and also Intermountain West. So we've had tremendous amounts of rainfall here, very high snow levels, a lot of avalanches already, and just a lot of flooding. And most of the state of California is under a flood watch right now. And ahead of that atmospheric river, the subtropical air from the warm Pacific moves northeastward, so we're bathing the west in warmth. But not only that, but we take that warm air and then we push it over the Rockies, and it downslopes and produces kind of a Chinook kind of wind, a wind that blows off the Rockies, compresses and warms, and that's why it's just so incredibly warm. You know, when it's 81 degrees in Nebraska or in the 70s in southern South Dakota in late December, that's an incredible feat. And when we look at the record highs for the past week, most of them have been concentrated in the western U.S. We had one batch in parts of the Northeast for a while, but most of them have been in the western U.S. We're going to get a taste. We've got near, if not record warmth coming, but mainly just after Christmas that I'll show you here in just a second. After some drizzle, a few light showers, some fog this morning in parts of the area, those low clouds eroding away, just some high thin cirrus clouds coming in from the northwest. Some of these low clouds down here may try to come back in this afternoon, but regardless, still a nice warm day for us. There is a weak cold front north of us, northwest of us that is, that will actually swing through tonight and turn our wind to the north and then to the northeast. So it will be a little bit cooler tonight. It will cool off more tonight into lows in the 30s with some areas of fog around. But now we're 50 at Winamac, 50 Rochester, 55 at the Purdue Airport, 60 at Rockville and Covington, and 56 degrees at Pine Village. Enjoy a nice late December day. Because after 30s tonight and some of the fog around, we cloud up tomorrow. And then by late tomorrow evening and tomorrow night, this comes through. These showers coming up from the southwest, and a few of these will linger into Christmas morning with some fog around as well. Now my thinking is we will likely have our warmest numbers on Christmas in the morning. That was kind of my original thinking anyway, weeks ago. And then the computer models were like, no, that's not the case. It's going to be, in the 60s. But now we're kind of reverting back to the prior thoughts of that we'd have the 50s in the morning to low 60s and then fall some into the afternoon. And that looks to be the case once the cold front comes through. And still, we'll keep a few showers and some drizzle in the forecast for Christmas Day itself, with the wind turning to the north and then the northeast, with temperatures very slowly falling in the afternoon. We see the arrows getting longer, showing the wind increasing a little bit and that wind coming in from the northeast with the cooler weather. But after that, once we get that through, the front comes back north as a warm front. So it's much warmer come Friday with nothing more than a couple isolated showers around. It's quite warm on Saturday. Then the first of two cold fronts comes through. We get one like later Saturday with a few scattered showers, and then another one should come through dry later Sunday, and that's the one that brings the colder air in. There you see it, the blue and the purple. The first batch of colder air, then we warm up, and then in early January, here comes the second batch. So let's go through that again. You can see the warmth first. This is our warmth for Christmas. First batch of cold comes in, sudden warm up around New Year's. Post New Year's, another shot of colder air will come in as well. And then beyond that, it warms back up. So we get the second batch of colder air out, then we warm up again in January, followed by this cold coming in from the north, this cross-polar flow right here that will begin to move southward, and tremendous cold here in northwest Canada and Alaska, and then all the way past the poles up to the other side of the world. That cross-polar flow is a big Arctic outbreak. And that big Arctic outbreak will come in mid-January. You can see temperatures way below normal. Piece of that polar vortex loosening, and here's a piece of it here. Temperatures way below normal. This could follow a winter storm that comes up through here and brings us snow. The data indicating snow cover you see here, and a lot of snow cover from really Kentucky all the way to Canada. So it will enhance the cold. So you can see the amounts here that the model is projecting, more than 5 or 6 inches for the area, and I don't doubt that. I think the model's got a good handle on that. But here's the thing, after that cold wave and that snow, here we go. This is around January 22nd. The cold has gone away, abated, little vestiges of it in Mexico and parts of the southeast. Otherwise, we're back in a very mild weather pattern. We see a big thaw, it actually rains, and we get ice jams on area streams. And where does all the cold air go? It goes on the other side of the world. It goes into Mongolia, here parts of northeastern India, and way down into China. And then the other piece goes here into Eastern Europe, and parts of Latvia, Estonia, and all the way back down to Hungary. So we kind of switch to the other side of the world, because some of these numbers in Mongolia, China, and parts of Eastern Europe, temperatures will run 20, 30 degrees below normal. But this is the warmth coming in for Christmas Eve. So we've got the nice mild day today. Then tomorrow, nice mild day. Areas of fog in the morning, 33, but then 55 in the afternoon. It will be clouding up. Winds brisk out of the southeast. And there are the highs anywhere from mid and upper 40s in the north and northeast to mid and upper 50s as you go southwestward in the forecast area. For Christmas Day, again, the warmest weather should be in the morning, 56 at 7, but 47 by 3. There may be a few showers during the day scattered about with all the clouds around, the wind turning to the northeast and north-northeast after being out of the southwest early. So very early highs, anywhere from upper 40s to near 50 north to as high as 63 at Rockville, 60 Attica, 58 Flora, 55 Monticello. Again, keep in mind these are going to fall into the 40s to around 50 during the afternoon. Then the day after Christmas, it warms up to near record warm levels. The record is 64 set in 2019, that is, in 1875. 63 for the high. That would tie for second warmest December 26th. Ties it with 1971. Morning low of 45. The record warmest low for the date is 49, so we're not going to break that. And we won't break the record high on Friday, but we're going to be awfully close. Then on Saturday, looks like a warm day too, with 63 for the high. Forecasting a low of 48. The record warmest low for the date is 53, so we're not going to break that. And we're not going to break the record high of 68 set in 2008, but we will tie with 71 for the third warmest December 27th on record. There's your 10-day outlook. So Friday, there's the 63. There's the 63 we alluded to on Saturday. Some showers late after some fog in the morning. Cooler Sunday, dry cold front comes through and drops us to a high of 23 on Monday for the first of 2 waves of cold as we end the year and start 2026. A couple snow showers possible Tuesday evening, Tuesday night. Then we warm up with a few rain showers around New Year's Day, and then we'll see that secondary shot of colder air come in. And like I said, then it warms up. Then it gets snowy and brutally cold in mid-January.